When Hannah prayed in Samuel chapter 1, she said, or was it Samuel 1 or 2? 1 Samuel 1 or 1 Samuel 2. She prayed the prayer. She said, God, I need a son. And if you give me a son, I'll give him to you. And God answered her cry. She fasted and prayed. She cried with a pure heart, and God gave her the greatest prophet of their generation. The prophet Samuel came from her. She was barren, and she cried to God, and God gave her the biggest blessing that any woman could ever have. Lift your hands. This is what seriousness does. God could give us something we never had before that's so big that we never deserved by ourselves. Something that God adds to us because of our faithfulness to Him. Never be cold toward the Lord. Never look at your problems as the state of life for yourself. Always look up. Psalm 121 says, look up to the hills, from whence cometh your help. Your help comes from the Lord. And he went on to say, he's not asleep concerning Israel. He's not asleep concerning us. Something you never would get any other way. It's just by your serious passion for the Lord. And He adds something to you. Something you would have lived your whole life without and never have known the power of the blessing of the thing that comes from heaven, because it was never given to you. God can see your prayer. If you think that's not real in any way, look at who I just mentioned. Hannah prayed, and God gave her Samuel. Look at Mary. She walked by herself, a virgin girl, and the angel Gabriel was sent to her. She didn't know it was coming. Look at Moses. He was brought up in the house of Pharaoh, and then he was brought out to the wilderness, and then God brought him back to be the deliverer. He didn't know all that was going to happen, but he proved himself along the way. Look at Elijah the Tishbite. Came from nowhere. What happened to him? The hand of God came upon him. What happened to him? The hand of God came upon him. The hand of God can come upon you and give you something you never bargained for. Give you something no man could ever give you. Give you something from heaven, a power, a supernatural miracle anointing, a supernatural blessing to make you rich and add no sorrow with it. You never could have had it by yourself. By the mercy and the grace and the favor of God, as payment for your faithfulness, as reward for your faithfulness.